okay? Because I couldn't have done this all by myself.
Yay!
I remember when I first sent him the email, I said, "Do you want to help me coach a U8 soccer team?" And he said something about, "I don't know, I haven't done U8 before." I said, "Well, that sounds like a yes to me. I'll see you Tuesday at 5 for practice," and that's the way it's going to be. So thanks, Jay. Appreciate it.
No problem.
I've done it without you.
Yay!
Right. And
Everybody clap.
oh, here, Michael. Okay, listen up. Come down. Guys, listen. Now, I know the season is over, okay? There was a story of a guy who, when he was a young kid, he was playing football, right? And the coach was giving him a really, really hard time one day. Really hard time. And he had his head down, and he was tired. And another adult came up to him and said, "You know, what's the matter? You know, what's going on?" He said, "You know, the coach is giving me a hard time." He goes, "Well, you know what? That's a good thing. You know why that's a good thing? Because it meant that the coach cared, right? If the coach didn't care, he would have ignored him, and he wouldn't have given him a hard time, and that's not a good place to be, right? So when your coach is giving you a hard time, it means your coach cares, right? And he wants you to play better. All right, so I want you to always remember that story. So if you're playing and your coach is giving you a hard time, that means your coach cares about you and about how well you do, okay? You guys remember that? Okay. So listen, you guys really brought it together. When we played that academy mix-in game at that other field, those kids were bigger than you, they were faster than you, they were stronger than you, they could kick it farther than you, and you know what? Every one of you played hard. I looked at the field, not a single one of you wanted to come out of the game or were complaining or anything like that. I think that was probably our best game because it showed what you guys were capable of doing. It brought all those skills that we had practiced all year long, all together against kids that were better than you. Okay? Michael. And so it really showed how well, how far along you guys came this season, okay? So I want to let you guys know that too. Now, during our last practice, we had a adult, me, versus kids game. So I want to know, how many of you kids enjoyed watching me run to the fence and back? You guys got a little bit of revenge. Never been achieved well without that enthusiasm. So you always have to do that. Whether you're doing a spelling test or whether you're doing soccer or anything else, you always have to have that enthusiasm, okay? Now, time for the trophies. You guys ready? The first one we're going to give to Sage. Come on up, Sage. Now, Sage was one of our 3 6-year-old kindergartners on the team. And I know when Sage started on our team, you didn't know anybody on the team. You couldn't hear him say anything. And week after week, you could start hearing his voice come out. It's like, wow, Sage has a voice. He can talk now. He got louder and louder and he started running around. And each and every week, Sage got better and better and better. But you know what? When Coach Mike had to run to the fence and back twice, you know who was the only person to run with me? Sage. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being there with me. So there's your job.
Yay!
Julie, you're next. So when we first started having practices, and Julian figured out that I was going to make you guys run and run a lot, I used to get all kinds of looks from Julianne, like, why on earth are we running so much? And I remember after one of our first games, she was on the sideline, looked exhausted, her tongue's hanging out, and she said, "You know what, Coach Mike? We need to run more, and I got some ideas about how we can do some running things." I said, "That sounds excellent." So Julianne at that point understood why you need to run all the time. And one of our last games, I told her, I said, "You know what, Julianne? You need to score a goal in this game." Less than a minute later, Julianne scored a goal. Now, I wish it were that easy, that all I had to do was say, "You need to score a goal," and you score a goal. Now, it wasn't all that easy. But she did it right on cue. So she had a great season, too.
Yeah.